What is up, guys? It is RSC6414 here, back with another video. This time I'm reviewing WWE Money in the Bank 2014 pay-per-view. Overall, good show besides the main event finish. I'll get to it in a little bit. But some decent matches. There were some crappy Raw type matches. Overall, just a decent, not terrible pay-per-view. I wouldn't completely hate it. There were some good matches. So let's go ahead and get to the review. The first thing we have, pre-show, Daniel Bryan comes out, talks about how it's going to be a long road to recovering. He may need another surgery, and he's talking about how he's going to make it up to everybody. Then Bo Dallas comes out. No more Bo. Just no more. He comes out. He says some funny stuff. Talks to Daniel Bryan, says it's okay, you're going to bounce back from this injury as long as you believe. And then basically Daniel Bryan says, why don't you quit having a boner? And as these fans would like to say, just leave. And he points to the ring ropes and basically tells everybody to basically gets a huge pop from all the fans, and yeah, so that's basically it. The fans gets a good crowd reaction at the end, and we kick off the main card with the Wyatt family, Eric Rowan, my boy Eric Rowan right there, and Luke Harper follow the Buzzers, facing the tag team champions, the Usos. Overall, this was a good match to open up the show. I really enjoyed it. Really exciting match. One of the better tag team championship matches I've seen in a while. Overall, just an all-out good tag match. I really enjoyed this match. It had good build heading into it. So it was a good pay-per-view that delivered. It was basically, you had some exciting spots from the Wyatt family and the Usos, both in their own right. Towards the end of the match, you had Rowan and Harper looked like they were dominating. It looked like maybe there was a chance that they were going to pull off the win and become new WWE Tag Team Champs. That did not happen. The Usos, one of the Usos, I'm pretty sure it was Jimmy, was going to the top rope. Jay tags him on the back. Jimmy hits a Samoan frog splash off the top rope onto Eric Rowan, I believe it was. Then the other Uso who tagged him on the back hits another Samoan frog splash right after the first one on top of Rowan for the 1, 2, 3, and the Usos retain the tag team championships. Overall, a good tag match. Not too surprised that they retained, because I heard there was a rumor that a new tag team was going to debut, the Ascension from NXT, and maybe take the titles off them when that happens. So I wasn't too surprised. I was hoping for the Wyatt family, but what are you going to do? I don't mind the Usos as champs. Maybe the Wyatt family can take the titles off in the future, hopefully. But overall, good match. Overall, great. I'd give this match 3.25 stars out of 5. 3.25 out of 5. Next match, we had Divas Championship match. Paige, the Divas Champ, defending against Naomi of the Funkadactyls. This match was okay for a Divas match. Wasn't paying too much attention to it, but from what I saw, it was pretty good. Basically, there was one botch in the match when they tried to, looks like, superplex. They both fell off the top rope. I don't know, it could have been planned, but whatever. Naomi tries to go for her finisher. Paige turns it, hits a DDT, a cradle DDT at that matter, for the 1, 2, 3, and Paige retains. Glad Paige retains, like her Divas Champ. And yeah, so another successful title defense for Paige. Still your Divas Champ, Paige. Overall great. I'd give this match 2.25 stars out of 5. 2.25 out of 5. Next thing we had was Adam Rose versus Damian Sandow, who comes out dressed up as Paul Revere. The burying continues. Just last year he won the briefcase, and now he's getting dressed up in a bunch of cartoony little costumes, according to what the town is. So I could sit here and complain about it all day long, but it's not going to do any good. Basically, Adam Rose hits the party foul finisher on Sandow or Paul Revere for the 1, 2, 3, and Adam Rose defeats Sandow, aka Paul Revere, for yet another bearing for Sandow, unfortunately. Next, we have the Money in the Bank ladder match. Overall, a good match. I enjoyed it. Bad News Bear did not compete. You had Kofi, Dean Ambrose, Jack Swagger, Seth Rollins, Rob Van Dam, and then you had Dolph Ziggler. So it was a good match. Probably my favorite match of the whole night, to be perfectly honest, was this match. I thought it was better than the second match, probably because the ending ruined a lot of it for me. But yeah, I mean, it was okay. It was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it for the most part right here. Basically, you had Ambrose. He was in the middle of the match. He got pushed off the ladder. He hit his arm on the ring rope. The officials and medical staff took Ambrose to the back. That left like 5 more guys left. Then they were all going at it. It looked like Seth Rollins was at the top. Kane was right here. Ambrose comes running out. He hits Seth Rollins. He's going at it just when it looks like Rollins was about to take the briefcase off the top. Ambrose is getting the best of Rollins, going at it. Kane comes out, hits a choke slam on Ambrose. Tombstone pile driver on Ambrose. Seth Rollins climbs up the ladder with the help of Kane, who's holding the ladder in place. Rollins grabs the briefcase and is now Mr. Money in the Bank, baby. But yeah, I like Seth Rollins' Money in the Bank, Mr. Money in the Bank. I have no problem with it. I preferred Kofi. Kofi had a chance, it looked like, for a brief second, and would get tossed off, so I thought maybe he had a chance. Ziggler had a chance at one point. There were various guys, Ambrose, who had a chance. It looked like Ambrose was going to win until Kane came out and interfered and gave Rollins the win. Rollins picks up the win. Overall grade, I'd give this match 3 3/4 stars out of 5, 3.75 out of 5. Seth Rollins knew Mr. Money in the Bank. After the match, the Authority come out and celebrate with Seth Rollins. The next thing you would have Ryback versus Stardust and Goldust, the Dust. This match was alright. Stardust is really entertaining. I really like him, or aka Cody Rhodes, with his new Stardust gimmick. Back and forth. Axel rocking a little singlet now. Singlet action, kind of like Ryback to match, I guess. So that's a little side note. New attire for Curtis Axel. This match was back and forth. Ryback hits a running elbow. Stardust rolls Ryback up for the pin later on in the match. Stardust rolls Ryback up for the 1, 2, 3, and Stardust and Goldust win. Entertaining match, entertaining antics with Stardust and Goldust doing some cartoony stuff after the match. So it was just kind of for the comical part, and Stardust picks up the win. Whatever match, I wasn't too entertained with this. The overall grade, I'd give it 2 1/4 stars out of 5, 2.25 out of 5. Next match we had Rusev versus Big E. This match was boring. I really did not like this match at all. Big E hit a spear through the ropes at one point. Rusev would hit a big old super kick on Big E. He would eventually lock in the Accolade submission, making Big E tap. A lot of these matches seemed like were Raw quality matches with zero build. Not zero, but not a great build at all. And Rusev would pick up the win. Overall grade, I'd give this match 2 stars out of 5. Not too enjoyable from my point of view. Maybe some others, but I really didn't enjoy this match, to be perfectly honest. Rusev picks up the win. Still undefeated on the main roster with his heel Russian gimmick that's anti-US. It's been done so many times, but we'll see where he goes from here. I'm guessing he's probably done feuding with Big E, and they'll have somebody else for him. Next thing we had Layla versus Summer Rae with Fandango as a guest ref. We've had this build. Obviously, Layla got together with Fandango after he dumped Summer Rae. Summer Rae kissed Fandango. Layla got pissed at Summer. They've been feuding for past couple weeks. A lot of their feuding has happened on the show Main Event on the network on Tuesday nights. So not primary feuding, but Fandango's a guest ref. CM Punk chants started through the match. I was like, what the fuck? The crowd was bored, so they started chanting CM Punk, basically. This match was whatever. I thought this was the worst match of the night, to be perfectly honest. Layla hits a kick on Summer for the 1, 2, 3. Layla picks up the win over Summer Rae. And overall grade, I'd give this match 1 3/4 stars out of 5, 1.75 out of 5. Fandango kisses Layla. They start dancing to the back, and Summer Rae's left in the ring, crying. Summer, hit me up. Hit me up. You need a shoulder to cry on. Hit me up. But yeah, just a little joke there. But basically, whatever match. I really was not entertained throughout this. Just piss poor. But yeah, Layla had Lay Cool music here. I don't know if it's her like a new theme, but it was like, is that a botch? Is it new music? Just a side note to put. And Layla picks up the win. So it looks like Fandango will stay with Layla. And then we have our main event, the ladder match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. The Authority are ringside. You think maybe at the commentary tab, you think maybe there could be a potential screw job in the making. This match was back and forth. Orton got busted open on the top of his head at one point. Blood was dripping off his head, kind of going down his face throughout the match. It wasn't like a huge crimson mask or anything, but just he got busted open for those Attitude Era fans. Really, it was back and forth. Kane was in the match. Basically, he's a bodyguard type for Randy Orton for the Authority. He was dominating most of the match. You had various choke slams from Kane throughout the match. John Cena would come in, do his typical stuff. 5 moves. Who else you got? Cesaro did not do a swing. He had a couple European uppercuts throughout the match. Cesaro and Sheamus, at one point, the ladder was kind of lopsided like this towards the ropes, and there was a ladder stuck between it. They were like, that was probably the coolest spot of the match. There wasn't too many great spots. I was hoping that someone would be hanging from the titles above, and Reigns would jump off the rope and do a vicious spear while they were hanging, dangling from the titles, but that didn't happen, unfortunately. But I mean, it was alright stuff. Basically, Kane dominated most of the match. Cena came in at the end like he always does. Orton, for a second, Kane had gotten rid of everybody. He cleared the ring of all the competitors. It left Orton climbing the ladder with a busted open head, blood going down his face. I thought there was a second Orton might win this. Kane holding the ladder in place like he did for Rollins to pick up the briefcase and pick up the win. Orton was going. Cena comes out of nowhere. Attitude adjustment. Del Rio hit some enziguris throughout the match. Sheamus hit a bro kick on Del Rio. Every guy kind of got their moment to climb up the ladder a little bit and give you that little hint that there's a chance for anybody to win. But we all knew who was going to win in the end. Either Cena, Reigns, or Orton, most likely. Reigns got taken out by Kane. Chokeslammed by Kane. Orton left, like I said, climbing up the ladder. And then Cena, attitude adjustment on Kane. And you're thinking, oh God, here we go, for Christ's sake. Cena throws Orton off. He hits Orton with an attitude adjustment on top of Kane. Cena climbs up the ladder rung by rung. And I'm thinking, please, God, no. God, no. God, no. Please, no. Please, no. Just please, no. Cena grabs the titles off. And Cena is your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Why? Why? Why, WWE? Just why? That's all I've got to say. Really, I could keep this PG, and I am. Good God, just why? Why the fuck would you give Cena the belt again? Can you go a whole 2 years, maybe a year and a half without giving Cena the title? And give it to Roman Reigns. I don't care if he's ready for it or not. I'd much rather have him as champ, or Bray Wyatt for that matter. Bray Wyatt did some of those little upside down walks and hit his sister Abigail. Another side note, if you're wondering what did he do in the match, but Cena ended up winning. I was left. I figured Cena would win. I probably was almost sure that Cena was going to win, but there was that little part of me that was just hoping WWE would not give Cena the belt. Once again, they proved me right, and Cena wins. Guess that's probably why I like TNA better than WWE, because Cena is not in TNA. But, you know, whatever. I could sit here and say it ruined the pay-per-view for me. It really didn't ruin the pay-per-view. Overall, it was a decent show. There was about 3 good matches. The ladder match, the main event, was good. I thought it could have been better. But the tag title match and the Money in the Bank match were the best ones, in my opinion, along with the ladder match in the main event. The rest were Raw type quality matches, but it was overall a pretty good show, and nothing to complain about much besides Cena winning the title in the main event and some Raw type matches with zero build, a couple of those. But what are you going to do in Sandow getting buried? But yeah, I could sit here and have a rant for 10 minutes about Cena winning, but I'm not going to waste you guys' time. Cena wins. Why? That's all I've got to say. Yeah, overall grade, I give the main event 3.25 stars out of 5, 3.25 out of 5. Cena wins. Probably would have given it a 3.5 if Cena didn't win, but 3.25 out of 5. Overall grade, I give the pay-per-view 7.25 stars out of 10, 7.25 out of 10. Again, the overall grade I give the pay-per-view 7.25 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed this video. Check out my other videos and subscribe. And last but not least, keep coming back to my channel. There'll be more videos in the future as well. And yeah, so thanks for watching. RSC6414 is out. And hope you enjoyed the pay-per-view. Later, guys.